Hi there, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll see how we can create a simple online feedback form in Formester so that you can start collecting feedback from your customers or your employees or your students and etc. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So once you have successfully logged into your Formester account, head over to this new form section, and from here you can search for a lot of the feedback templates we have for free. Or for this tutorial, let's actually start from scratch. And let's go ahead and give this form a header. Let's call it as customer feedback form. So before we start adding any fields into the form, we can start by thinking about the outline of the feedback form itself. A common feedback form would have these following sections. Personal information, and then a survey section, and then a comment section. Now for each of these sections, we can start by adding the fields. So for the personal information section, we can start by adding the name, email, and then a phone. Now we can actually merge two different fields together by using this layout. Then let's head over to the survey section. Now for this form, let's add two fields. One is a table, and we'll call it as the rating table. And the idea behind this is to have a number of questions as the rows. For example, the product or service quality, and various levels of satisfaction as the columns. And we can change the input type from radio button to checkbox. If you want to change it to text box, you can do so. Now for this purpose, let's keep it as checkbox. And let's start adding the rest of the questions and the levels of satisfaction. And we can actually make this as required. So the user have to fill in this, all three rows, before going to the next field. We can also head over to this advanced tab and change the column width to fit our customization needs. Now let's add the second field to complete the survey section. For this, we can use the star rating or the scale rating. Let's use the star rating, and let's call it as overall rating. And if you scroll down, you can find this option called rating amount. Here you can choose the number of stars you want to display. Let's use 10 stars, and we can also change the color of the stars. Now we also have this option to make this field required. Let's actually make this required. And for the last section, which is the comment section, we can use this field called long text, and let's call it as suggestions. And in the description, we can add kindly provide your honest feedback. And what we can do here is that we can make this section show up conditionally whenever the customer or the user is giving a rating below 5. So let's see how we can actually set up this conditional logic. First, let's close this tab, head over to advanced, and under form control we have the rules, and let's click on add rule, and this brings up the conditional logic. Now to simply explain what a conditional logic is, it's a if then statement. If the output of a field from the user meets a certain condition, then we can make the form do so and so things. For this purpose, let's say we want to hide the suggestions box if the rating is above 5. So we can say if the overall rating is greater than the value of 5, then we can hide the field which is suggestions. Now once this is done, we can click save. Now let's save this form and hit publish. Let's actually go to the form to test it out. Let's start filling in the details. As you can see, the suggestions field is hidden. Now if I provide a rating above 7, it's not gonna show up. But if I provide a rating of less than 5, it's gonna show up. So let's say hello and hit submit. Once it is successfully submitted, let's head over back to our form builder and head over to the results tab. Over here, you can see the submission. And you have the name, you have the phone, email, and the rating table, and the overall rating and the suggestion. Now you can also export this as a PDF in this way. So that's it for this video. If you have any suggestions or queries, please drop in the comment section. And if you found this video to be really valuable, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.